What is up, everybody? You know what time it is. It is Sunday. It is now officially 8:01 Pacific Standard Time. Do you know where your cryptids are?
Yeah, lost count. Lost track. He's back here somewhere hiding.
Yeah, I got mine behind me. So we are going to the book of episodes. We are at season 4, episode 10. Believe it or not, we actually made it this far. We're talking about the Island of Dolls.
Yes.
Or, as they say in Mexico, and I'm going to butcher this so we all know the drinking game, La Isla de las Unecas. Nacas? We're going to go with that one. It's going to go with that one. Everybody have a drink. Everybody have a drink. It is too damn hot in Oregon. Yeah, so we'll get right into it. We always save all the nitty-gritty for the end for filler. All right. So, as our research officer Tammy has put together another wonderful page of information. You are traveling in Mexico when you come across a sign for a tour to a place called Island of the Dolls. Already not liking this one. You decide to pay the $100 for the 4-hour excursion. Nope. I wasn't paying $100 to go to a haunted island of dolls. As you get off the boat, you see hundreds and thousands of severed doll limbs, decapitated doll heads that are decaying and staring at you with blank eyes. No, I didn't get off the boat.
Nightmare City.
No way, no how did I get on the boat in the first place. There is a sign at the entrance to the island that reads, "Trespassers will be hunted, gutted, and disemboweled." You exclaim loudly, "What the heck?" No, I don't see the sign. I never got on the boat.
You didn't get on the boat?
I didn't even get on the boat. No, this is dolls. This is haunted dolls, man.
Is this the deal with clowns? You don't like dolls?
I don't like dolls. I can deal with clowns. Just don't like dolls.
Yeah, we'll test that theory.
Well, it's $100. You know, we can always go in. So I'll just have to burn the island down. It's all good. You are intrigued about the murky, eerie, and decomposing dolls, and the history of why they are there. Now to the history of a little girl and a man who honored her memory. It was 1950 in Mexico City, a small artificial island where Chinapa becomes an eerie place under the caretaking of a man named Don Julio Santana Barrera. The island is in the canals of Xochimilco, places of flowers and fields of flowers, and the Laguna del Tashula. Everybody getting drunk tonight?
I'm doing the sober thing tonight. Sorry.
Well, I mean, like if the audience is doing shots when they're watching this.
Yeah, Tammy might be. She's out at karaoke bar tonight.
Yeah, she is.
Happy birthday.
The island is subject to legends and stories of tragedy as the last remnant of the Aztecs. The island is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. UNESCO is an agency of the United Nations established in 1945 to promote the exchange of information, ideas, and culture. The island is called the Island of Dolls or La Isla de las Muñecas. She put how to say it.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
She needs to do that more often with everything. There are a few different versions of what may have happened on the island. One story is that Don Julio found the body of a little girl in the canal. Another said he witnessed her death. The other story tells that he heard the girl screaming at him from beyond the grave about wanting her doll. And that's when we left the island. Whichever story is true, Don Julian dedicated 50 years to appeasing the spirit of the little girl, left his family, and became incarnate. Isolated himself on the island, looking for solitude and spiritual peace away from his wife and child. Don Julian's... I'm going to leave my family and go sit on an island that's haunted.
I was just going to say, yeah, why would I want to leave a family and spend 50 years appeasing the spirit? Yeah, no. I got better things to do.
What are you with dolls? I go calling out, I want my doll. Here's your doll. I want my doll. I gave you a doll. I want my doll. How many dolls do you need? Here, I could litter the entire damn island. I put them up everywhere. Are you happy yet? That would not take 50 years. I would be done. I'm talking a week, maybe. You know, I put $100 up in the trees and she's still calling out that she wants the doll. Listen, I gave you dolls. If you ain't happy, I'm leaving.
Chad, just put a doll factory on the island.
Just churn them out, throw them in the harbor.
Exactly.
Don Julian's great nephew is the current guardian of the dolls. Why do you need to be a guardian of the dolls? Rogelio Sanchez Santana tells the story of a young girl that was swimming near the island when she got entangled in the water lilies that surrounded the island. Well, there's the problem. Don't go swimming where there's water lilies. Go chasing waterfalls. We're already off the rails.
You started it.
Yeah, I know I did. We're 8 minutes in and we're already gone. Ferreira supposedly heard the little girl screaming, I want my doll. By the time he reached her, she was already deceased. He was so overcome by grief that he took the doll and hung it on a nearby tree.
Okay, so what, honestly, kid would be screaming, I want my doll when I'm drowning? Wouldn't you say, Mom, Dad, help me?
What?
Or help?
But these are in canals, and that's a little ways away from town. What is the little girl doing there? We're already kind of in Skeptic's Corner. We just flipped over to Skeptic's Corner for a half second.
And by herself.
And by herself, so it's a little girl by herself. Why?
Alright, well anyway,
Anyway, so he was so overcome by grief that he took the doll and hung it up in a tree. I'm sorry, little girl, I couldn't pull you out of the lagoon, but I'm going to take the doll that I got and hang it up. No wonder there's a vengeful spirit. You went for the doll. Should have gone for the kid.
he hung it up to dry.
Well, it's like, what happened to the little girl at this point? You watched her drown and you take the doll and hang it up? Did you get the little girl out? I think we went for the wrong object here. Santana continues to tell the story of his uncle, saying that after finding that girl's body, he began to see ghosts in the morning.
Well, duh.
You went for the doll instead of the child. And very frightened. One morning he woke up to find that all his crops had died. He tried very hard to save them, but he realized that the dead girl had damaged his land. Herrera became hysterical. He built an altar in his cabin, a small one-bedroom. He hoped that would appease her spirit. It didn't, and the spirits continued to come. Herrera decided to try to protect himself by collecting dolls compulsively. Soon the entire island was covered in countless broken and abandoned dolls. There are dolls with severed limbs, decapitated heads, blank eyes, which all add to the eeriness of the island. Nobody thought to go get this guy and say, "Hey, why don't you come home?"
Hey, Tammy popped in. My question is, why does he think the little girl damaged his crops?
It's a little island. That's what I'm getting at. It's a little island. So unless we're talking about his home, but then if he's got a home and he's got crops and he's got everything at the home, what's with the island? Is this just a place he's going to get away from his wife? Well, yeah, honey, yeah. Okay, I'm going to go to the island now. I got important things to do.
If he doesn't want to listen to the wife, okay. The home away from home.
Oh, especially if he's building a little one-room cabin. Are you afraid of dolls and other inanimate objects that look real?
No. Yes. Maybe.
Mary? This is called pediophobia. Mannequins and wax figures are included in this here. This phobia can cause severe anxiety, panic attacks, and symptoms like difficulty breathing, sweating, and shaking when confronted with dolls. I'm not that bad. Let me put that down on record right now. I just go, yeah, don't like this.
Yeah.
I don't freak out with like other people have, like with spiders, like in a haunted house and you got a hallway full of spiders, and I don't try to piss myself because, oh my God, I'm scared of spiders. They're fake. Dolls, yeah, I'm going to look at it and go, yeah, this is kind of creepy, but I'm not going to crap myself. This fear can be caused by traumatic experiences, cultural belief, or genetics. Or creepy dolls are just creepy.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been beaten by a doll. Cultural beliefs? No, I don't have any cultural beliefs about dolls. Genetics? Nah. By scattering the dolls all around the island, Herrera hoped that the dead girl's spirit would get confused and he could stay safe. No, leave the island.
No, let's dance, have a party.
Let me reread that section again. By scattering the dolls all around the island, Herrera hoped that the dead girl's spirit would get confused and he could stay safe. If you're in an island, a house, abandoned asylum, and you feel like you might be threatened, leave.
Okay.
There's your easy solution. Leave. Don't spend 50 years on an island hoping to confuse spirits. It's a lot of time to be spending on an island just worrying about everything. I'm going to hang up more dolls. Something spooky's going to happen. Hang up more dolls. No, leave. Get in your boat. Nothing. He nailed them into trees, scattered them all around the island, and hung them everywhere. Thousands of decayed and decomposed dolls could not help Herrera find peace. His doll-infested bizarre wonderland could not help him feel safe and protected against spirits. Again, leave. Leave. Don't like the island and you feel that it's going to go bad. Leave.
No, stay. No, leave.
I'm going to stay for 50 years. Wait a minute. So he stayed for 50 years. So I mean, when did he move to the island? That would be an interesting thing to know of what time he actually went to the island.
Wouldn't that have been in 1950?
Yeah, but I mean, how old was he in the 50s?
No
Or
age
maybe-
was given, but interesting. He had to have been, say, young.
So he left his family young.
I maybe. Well, because in the next paragraph there, you know, his tragic demise in 2001. So you're looking at least, yeah, maybe he was in his 30s.
Okay. Oh, so a little question people might have: where did he find these dolls that he put up? They were usually found damaged and discarded when Barrera Group's produce was sold in the city. He would sometimes trade for more dolls. Sometimes he would find them in the canals.
Yeah. I wouldn't be giving him dolls, though. Hell no.
I already know you got an issue. Hey, man, how about I give you this thing of tomatoes? You give me some dolls? It's like a weird type of drug addict. Hey, man, got any more of those dolls around, man? Here's some corn. Here's some dolls. In 2001, like you were saying, Don Julian Santana Barrera dies of a tragic twist of fate. There is no tragic twist of fate. You're living on an island around dolls, scared all the time. Under mysterious circumstances, his body was found dead of a heart attack or possibly from drowning. It was discovered in almost the exact same spot that found the little girl's body 50 years before. Many people around the area believe that Don Julian has joined the spirits of the island. Did the spirits drown the man? No matter what way he died, it is believed that his death was caused by the girl's spirit, or the fact that he lived on an island for 50 years. Probably no electricity. Probably no running water.
But being found in the approximate same spot as the girl 50 years ago. So
Yeah.
he was playing around in the water lilies.
I mean, why would you go back to the same location if that happened beforehand?
And why is it such a mysterious circumstance? Was it a heart attack? Foul play?
I mean, if you're old and you're not taking care of yourself and you're living in bad situations,
Heart attack it is.
yeah, you're probably not getting in to see a doctor if all your money and everything else is going for dolls. You
Right.
probably ain't got no medical bills.
Absolutely. Oh, man.
All right. The island is still said to be haunted by the ghosts of children. The current island guardian and visitors to the island say that they see and hear things that cannot be explained. They have heard the dolls speak and roll their eyes. They have also reported the dolls moving their heads and arms. Locals say that the dolls come to life at night. And also the locals say that two guys from Oregon came down and burned the whole island to a cinder. I don't think we have enough ammunition to deal with the island of the dolls. First doll that starts moving, I start popping shots.
I would probably, yeah. No, that's all right. I'll pass. It'd probably be all right during the daytime. At nighttime, though, yeah, that would be a totally different story.
If it's nighttime and dolls are moving, it is WWE time. I am ripping dolls off a fence post. I'm going to plunge them into the water. I'm going to
You gonna
drown
give
them.
the big old elbow?
I'm going to drop elbows. You know what? That sounds like a video short we should work on sometime. Get a bunch of dolls, recreate the island of the dolls. What would the hosts of Unleashed do in a situation like this. And we could just put over voiceovers of like wrestling announcers.
Drop kicking off the top rope.
Drop kick, RKO, RKO, RKO. Stunner. Oh my God, he's broken him in half.
Wow.
Where are we at? 20 minutes in, we're still off the rails.
We're off. We're gone. Screw it.
We're gone. Blame it on the heat. Blame it on the rain. Blame it on the heat.
There ain't no heat over here.
Oh, there is here in my apartment. I'm serious. I think we need to do that next summer is go to Goodwill, get a whole bunch of dolls, and just recreate this because I think it would be comedy gold. We can't have all serious videos all the time. We can have one that's pure comedy. God, all right.
Oh, man.
Many rowers in the canal will refuse to make a trip to the island. Sometimes there's a brave one like Roberto that will take you to the real island. So there's two islands?
Yeah, what the heck? So does the real island have dolls on it?
Well, I mean, I did hear the rumor that they do have two islands. One's the real island, and one's a fake island to take tourists to.
But do they both have dolls on them?
Apparently, they both have dolls on. I don't want the fake bank. I don't want the tourist trap. I want the real thing.
So was he on the real island or the fake island?
He was on the real island. Apparently, they put up a fake island to throw people off.
So they man-made a fake island.
Yeah.
Put a bunch of dolls on there just to throw people off.
Yep.
Okay, so here's a serious question. See if you can answer this one for me. Which island did the Ghost Adventures crew actually go to? Did they go to the fake one like they are? Oh, I'm sorry, not Zach Baggins. Or did they go to the real one?
I don't know. Now that's got me thinking. Now we have to rewatch the episode and be like, which one did they really go to?
Exactly.
And if they got a fake one to dissuade tourists from going there at night, did they send Zach to the fake one and went, watch this, guys?
Okay, but then, the conspiracy theorists here, if they made the second island to take the tourists to, the tourists would get a little heads up about that and want to still manage to get over to the real island. So, if you would think the government would know this, why do it anyway? Why make a second island?
Maybe it's so they're going to run a tour group one direction or another one the other way, make more money.
Okay, it works for me.
I don't know. I mean,
it's
like, I mean, why would you make?
So why not?
Well, I mean, that makes as much sense as doing, say, St. Ignatius Hospital and putting up a fake one just down the road. All right, well, we're going to rush people over to this one instead of the real one. Oh, none of this doesn't make any sense anyway. An island of dolls. We're just going to stay here, fear for our lives, and put up dolls everywhere.
Now, either way, I'm going to have to go hunt for that episode just to watch it. Damn it.
Don Julian made the Guinness Book of World Records for the doll collection. Quote from Ray Glenday, editor-in-chief of the book. He said, "It's of course impossible to prove that the dolls themselves are haunted. We're not saying ghosts are necessary and that they are possessing these plastic bodies, but as claimed haunted dolls, this certainly is the largest collection we've ever seen."
Well, of course it's the largest collection you've ever seen. Shit, there are doll parts everywhere. I mean, come on. How can you be in the Guinness Book of World Records for a doll collection if they're all bits and pieces? Wouldn't you would think they'd all have to be intact to count?
Yeah, but apparently not. So,
see, Guinness Book of World Records. Now I know you're frauds.
Visitors to the island occasionally place offerings around the dolls in exchange for blessings and miracles, according to Wikipedia. Some people also change the dolls' clothes and maintain the island as a form of worship.
What? Now you're messing with dolls? You're changing their clothing like they're little kids? Yeah, no. You never know what the hell's on those things.
Well, I mean, this would explain why there would be a secondary man-made island to throw people off, because now if we're looking at this as a
shrine,
then you're going to be like, okay, well, we're going to have everything over there instead of over here because this is our shrine. It doesn't make any sense. Makes no sense. Chaos ensues. There have been a couple movies made about the island, Island of the Dolls and Island of the Dolls 2.
Oh, hell, now I'm going to have to try and watch them.
It almost sounds like the real thing, Island of the Dolls and the second Island of the Dolls.
Oh, yeah, right?
Well, which one's the real one? Ghost Adventures, Lore, and BuzzFeed Unsolved have also made stories about the haunted island. In 2023, the first episode of The Unbelievable with Dan Aykroyd featured the island on the History Channel.
Well, I missed that episode.
And then, of course, Tammy, being very well versed in our how we work the show, has put up a Skeptic's Corner on Final Page.
Yeah. Gosh.
Little questions we can go over and then we can discuss. So I guess we're just skipping right to Skeptic's Corner.
May as well.
First, I'm pretty sure everybody would like to see this video later on of us fighting haunted dolls. I want to do this. I want to do this. We need a funny video. We could easily find a location, got a little island to it, make our own little island of the dolls, and then perform a beatdown on anything that moves.
And we know of a place where we can get dolls.
Yeah. First question, Skeptic's Corner. Is the story of the girl drowning a real event?
First question would be, is there any kind of documentation?
We don't know. All we have is basically that this little girl died on the island at this location. Again,
it's just hearsay.
It's hearsay, but why didn't he save her instead of the doll? That's the big question.
Why save the doll? Yeah. He was possessed.
He was possessed.
I mean, it's really hard to say. I mean, you know, at this point, I would have to just say, yeah, no, she's not real.
She's not real?
Not real. I think he was hallucinating or possessed or something. Just folklore.
Well, that goes into the secondary point that Tammy's been on here. Is it just a legend? Well, we know that there was a guy living on an island.
Know that much.
And
we know there's dolls.
And he was putting up dolls, so we can kind of go back and look at this one and say, okay, maybe the guy was mentally unfit. We have a lot. I mean, we have people today that don't like to be in society, that will live on the outskirts. So the dude found an old island in an Aztec canal to set up a shop.
So he lost his mind with his family, decided to move away from the family, get away from everybody, and move to an island.
And then
made everything up. Boom. Oh, yeah.
Maybe he was just hearing voices in the middle of the night. Thought it was a ghost girl. Decided to hang. I mean, how far away is the island
from where he was?
From the main city? I mean, that would be the question there. Is that if it's 15-minute boat ride, you got other towns around the area, you know, South Joey's. Maybe he's just don't want to be in society anymore. Things are a little too rough on me. I'm going to move out to this island, set up a shop. Sound carries from another village, you know, little girl screaming at the riverbank, you know.
Yeah.
Doll falls in the water. My doll, I want my doll. And he hears this because sound's carrying. And then just thinks, ghost girl.
Yeah, and the doll washes up on the island.
Washes downstream, and then he finds it, goes, oh my God, it's a ghost girl.
He can't save the girl, but he saves the doll.
Yeah.
All right.
Number 3, there is no documented information on the girl or who she is. So that kind of puts a little damper on the legend. So now you really can't say for a fact that, oh yeah, her name was Rosie, and we know she died, and this is the information we have on her. All we got is, oh yeah, the little girl died there.
Right.
I mean, the thing is, you and I both know as paranormal investigators, you can't just walk into a place and go, yes, we know that a girl died. Okay, well, what's the history? You got to dig a little bit deeper.
Mm-hmm.
Things that you'll see on the War Room coming soon.
The war.
There's certain questions that have to be asked and that must be answered to get to the bottom of a case.
Absolutely.
And we have no documented information on the girl. We just know that Don Julian was living on an island, thought he heard the girl's voice, and was hanging up dolls everywhere. Final bit. What are your thoughts about the haunted island, Don Julian's death, the girl, the dolls, or anything else? Stage is yours.
Well, you know, I find it interesting that supposedly the little girl died in around some water lilies, and then the 2001 death of Don Julian died of a heart attack or whatever in the same vicinity. If there was a little girl and it actually happened that way, what kind of coincidence is that? And so that would be almost like being staged. Unless he was having a heart attack, and he felt the only way to be free, so to speak, of the spirit of the little girl is to go out the way she did in that area.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Again, the girl, who's to say for certain if she was real or not? And it could be just a figment of his imagination. The dolls, on the other hand, that's creepy as fuck. I mean, putting up so many dolls, and of course they're going to deteriorate over time out in that weather. I mean, I'm sure not all the dolls were originally creepy looking to begin with, but after time, of course they're going to look creepy.
Oh, after 50 plus years in the elements.
Exactly. I mean, I could put up a clown doll, and after maybe a couple years, he's gonna look like some it clown or something like that. You know, some freaky ass clown. I don't know. I this is a tough one to say yay or nay on. I mean, parts of it I just think are not so much real, and some of it is.
I would have to say, if this is a real thing, Haunted Island, the Island of the Dolls, dolls are moving and everything else, this would be the paranormal investigator's dream to go to.
Oh, absolutely.
The things are going to start moving. You can document it, and I think that's what, to get a yay or a nay, I would have to say, are there videos documenting dolls moving? And I don't mean that other TV show.
Yeah, and them meaning move, not by weather, wind, or anything, because it is out in the elements. So a legit move.
I want the dolls to drop off the trees and do a tap dance for me.
Start walking at you.
Walk at me, do a little tap dance, little hat, hello my baby, hello my family.
A little puppet master.
Show me something.
Right.
Now that would bring in the next question: is this just a tourist trap? If you're paying $100 American for a 4-hour tour, like, let's take some other places that are haunted and offer tours. St. Ignatius, Alcatraz, Montana Jail. You know, there's a lot of places that have daytime trips, nighttime trips.
Mm-hmm.
Island of the Dolls. Okay, is it only a daytime? We're going to shuttle you out for 4 hours and put you on the island? Are there nighttime runs?
Sure.
Is it more money for a nighttime run?
I don't see them doing a nighttime run. Definitely a daytime run, but I don't see them doing a nighttime run.
I found the website. Let me see what we can find for prices.
Oh.
Come on, give me some prices. So it's 28 kilometers south of Mexico City. It's not particularly easy to reach the island. The best bet is to take a ferry from Embarcadero Humanto or Embarcadero Fernando Salada. The duration of the trip will vary on the boat you take. So there's 2 boats. Trip might take around 3 to 4 hours if you wish to visit the canals as well. If you take a Transinera directly to the island, the trip shouldn't last a lot more than 2 hours, depending on your departure point. Please note that major boats do not have the Island de las Miocas on their itinerary, and you need to ask specifically for a boat to stop there. So now you actually have to ask. The island is not very crowded during weekdays, but the canals get a bit overcrowded during the weekends. You'll also find a small bar on the island. So there's a bar on the island. Now we're leaning more towards, okay, this sounds more like a tourist trap. Hey, everybody, spooky dolls. They move, they talk, they everything. Come over here, get a whiskey.
Right.
Usually the price of a boat trip is calculated on an hourly rate. It's around 200 pesos or $15.85 for USA as of 2012. Book in advance. So basically, they don't really run any straight up trips. It just sounds like they're like, oh yeah, go talk to a boat captain.
So you can take any boat out there.
Definitely sounds like you can take any boat out. You just got to go along the docks and go, hey, I want to go to the island of the Dolphins. Another website, travelmexico.com, the island of the dolls, Mexico City. Imagine an island where about 1,500 baby dolls and dismembered doll parts hang from their trees, their lifeless eyes eerily staring at you as you walk past them. You can only go by tour. This person recommends booking the Island of the Dolls tour, which has a near perfect 5-star rating and includes round-trip transportation from your hotel and Airbnb. Located on the... This sounds like it's just like, 5-star Hawaiian visit.
Yeah.
Located on an island on the ancient Aztec canals of Xochimilco, this spooky place has become a must visit for a unique experience. But besides the dolls themselves, this island has a creepy story of how they got there, which includes a child ghost haunting the caretaker. Book your visit today.
Yeah, no. Too much.
But they got a bar.
A bar. Jesus.
They got a bar on the island. But what island are we talking about? One island or two island? Because if it's the second island, it's a tourist trap, and it has a bar on it.
Hey, you get drunk enough, man, you might be seeing dolls move.
Now I'm thinking tourist trap. But seriously, if you've got a... Let's see what TripAdvisor says about the Island of the Dolls. 3.6 stars. One person said, gave it 1 star. It's just the park now. Don't spend 4 hours getting there and back like we did. After the old man dies, the family removed almost all the dolls from the island.
They moved all the dolls?
Apparently. This was done in September 2023. The family removed almost all the dolls from the island. There is a park like the photo with some sculpture but no dolls. I am very disappointed.
Oh, hell.
That makes me wonder, a lot of people are saying scam, another one. I would give this place a 0 if I could. As a massive horror fan, I was deeply disappointed with this place. Don't come here unless you have a Mexican friend. Mexican friend to back you up. They sold us a 4-hour trip to the Island of Dolls for 2,000 pesos, knowing that the original island was closed. From what we understood via Google Translate, the original hasn't been open for a while. Then took us to the fake one. So not only did they wait 4 hours of my life, but I also paid 2,000 pesos for something I didn't even want to see from June 2022.
Wow.
So that adds back to the whole thing, is if they're taking you to a fake island.
Tourist trap all the way.
A fake island with a bar on it, it's a park. That's what we ought to start doing, is just throwing reviews in and be like, okay, what else do people have to say? February 2018. Absolutely terrible and horrifying. I took my 4-year-old daughter here thinking it was a land of doll houses and happiness, but it was more like a horror maze of dead people's lost toys. They should advertise it as what it is and not what people to think it is. Not the happy fairy tale I was hoping for.
Wow.
Okay. You need to research things. If you're down on the docks and you hear Island of the Dolls and you're thinking, it's Barbie Land, it's going to be happy, come here, kids.
Wow.
I took my 4-year-old daughter here thinking it was a land of doll houses and happiness, but it was more like a horror maze of dead people's lost toys. 1 star. Here's another one, February 2018. 1 star. This is a huge ripoff. The boat ride is 1,500 pesos or $81 USD per person. Then when you get to the island, they charge you another 400 pesos or $21. You have a DSLR or 50 pesos to use your phone camera. All you're going to see are some old dolls strung around the area the size of a large yard. Spend your money elsewhere in Mexico.
Wait a second. So they charging you $50 pesos to use your own phone camera?
Yeah.
No, fuck, that's my phone camera. I'm going to do what I want. I shouldn't have to pay to use it.
Yeah.
I should go right paying to use it. I mean, come on.
So apparently this person got taken to the real one. All you're going to see are some old dolls strung around the area the size of a large yard. That's why it's called Island of the Dolls. Dolls. And trees. People need to understand when you're booking a paranormal tour, know what you're in for. Because if we got 1 star on our Old Town Ghost Walks, well, you know, we thought we were going to see ghosts. All we heard about was the bloody history and everybody getting murdered. We warned you. Here we go. October 2017, 1 star. Worst experience ever. Be very careful how you can be sure, because people who scammed us were the only people on the docks. So they looked like a legit organizers of the boat trips. The boat ride was nice, but I was looking forward to seeing the Island of the Dolls for ages. We took the boats. They said that they do the tours to the Island of the Dolls. The price was 2,700 pesos per boat. We found 5 more people on the docks who want to join us so we could share the amount. Everything looked right, and the way I read the reviews about getting to the island, we had a local person talking in Spanish with them. So we thought they will not scam the locals. While we walked to the boat, the organizers have raised the price. This is when I started to get suspicious. We managed to keep the starting price. The organizers told us that we can pay it after we will come back from the ride. However, everything was starting to look weird, so we asked to pay before the trip. The price couldn't change until the end of the trip. We paid 350 pesos each, and they took us to the island where 5 dolls were hanging instead of the thousands of them. We passed the replica island. Even that one had more dolls than the original one. The guy who took us there told us that it's the right island and that the government had removed the dolls. When I came back to my hostel room and checked the photos online, I realized that they scammed us and took us to the wrong place, so be very careful. Biggest disappointment ever. October 2016, we have 5 stars. Love the boat trip to a nice and peaceful. We stopped and had a beer on the water. Yeah, it's a little creepy, but I like that, so have fun. Enjoy the strange side of Mexico. We have Jennifer, 5 stars, November 2016. We rented a boat and floated to the Island of the Dolls. On the way, we saw the top chef for Mexico on their boats. They filmed some of the show at a replica Island of the Dolls. You aren't allowed on the island anymore. An elderly man met our boat at the entrance and told us the story. You could see onto the island and through the fence to see the island and the dolls, very creepy in a fun way. I was thrilled to finally see a place I had seen on ghost shows so many times. Be careful to negotiate the price and time you want to spend, or you can get the grand tour and pay a lot more. Took a picnic lunch with us, plenty of water and a jacket. The boats are covered and have a table and chairs. It was a fun 2-hour trip to the island and a relaxing 2-hour trip back. Go in the middle of the week for less crowded waterways. Great photo ops along the way. All right, I think we got time for one more review because the title alone is going to be worth it. Macabre, gruesome, and a bit disturbing, December 2015. But he gave him 5 stars.
Dang.
On a boat going through the floating gardens, I suddenly spotted all these cuddly toys strung up the tree. Cuddly toys!
How can you tell they're cuddly toys if you're on the water?
I wasn't sure I'd seen properly at first, but it seemed very strange to see on an island in the beautiful floating gardens district. But as the boat went closer, it was indeed the macabre and gruesome sight of dolls and cuddly toys hanging from trees. The story we were told that a man's girlfriend left him, and so he took the doll she had given him and hanged it, and then hanged more toys from the trees. Whatever the real story is, it's a bit disturbing, but I liked it all the same. As it was an unexpected sight, and I had the chance to get off the boat and look around the island. I would have done it. It was very creepy, but I recommend taking a look. Don't miss it if you go to Mexico. So, what I'm getting from all these reviews is that there might be multiple islands. At this point, if they're jacking up the price, the poor guys, and there's multiple islands going on. It's just going through TripAdvisor to some of their things that there does seem to be multiple islands with dolls on them. Some islands are like, oh yeah, it's the island of dolls. It has 2 dolls on. Oh yeah, that island over there, that's the island of the dolls. And a man's girlfriend left him, but she gave him a doll so she could hang her from a tree. There's the island of the dolls, and the sky was putting up dolls. I think maybe they took the one idea of the original guy who lived on the island for 50 years, hanging dolls, and now they've got, this the water guard district, so there's a lot of canals that go up, and there's all these little islands. Also,
so there could be several different islands with dolls on them, and the original island, they may have taken all the dolls off,
or they've just fenced it off and just said, yeah, we're not going to go there. And you got all these boat captains going, well, we don't really want to do the 4-hour trip. And we don't really want to go all the way in there. So why don't we just put little... Because if I'm correct, it's a lot of canals that go around, and then it's built around in like a giant circle.
Right.
So, if you don't want to go all the way down a canal, you get together with all your other ship buddies and go, hey, here's an island of dolls, island of dolls, island of dolls, island of dolls. Just motor around, go around this canal, go around this canal, go around this canal, boom, boom, boom. There's your 2-hour trip. Give me the money.
Right.
All right, okay. I think we got to get one more in.
One more?
One more. Amazing, creepy, and memorable 5 stars by Zoe, October 2015. This really is a must-do. There were only 4 people in my group, and we hired a boat between us, technically after closing time, just as the sun was starting to set. In many ways, it was reminiscent of an opening scene from a horror film. A group of friends with tacos and beer going to a remote on an island with no telephone signal in the dark.
Oh, jeez.
No!
Why, people?
But hey, we had tacos and beer. The canals are beautiful, and the journey was truly serene. You really need to be allowed around 4 hours for the trip from when you get on a boat to when you get back. It literally cannot be rushed. We were greeted at the island by a distant relative of the man the story revolves around. That's my Spanish is poor. I relied on my Mexican boyfriend to translate. You really need to either speak Spanish or have someone with you who does. The island. Wow. By the time we arrived, it was pitch black, and we were the only visitors. It is packed with dolls in various stages of decay, displayed in numerously disturbing ways. It is both beautiful and unnerving. Also, there was a cat, which is always a bonus in my book.
Yeah.
I was delighted to discover there are toilets on the island. Beer and tacos, remember? But be aware that there are no lights. If you're going at night, take a torch. It will also help with setting up creepy photos. The only downside is that I was absolutely bitten to pieces by mosquitoes because I am a fool who didn't think about using repellents. Don't make the same mistake. While I'm sure blood-soaked, swollen legs is a delightful look, it did slowly take the edge off of what was otherwise an outstanding element. So how many islands are there? That is the question.
4 or 5, maybe more.
Well, I mean, just going down the reviews for this thing, and the pictures on TripAdvisor for people that are actually putting the pictures up. None of the islands look the same. So you got one 5-star review.
Ugh.
The island does not look the same as the next review, giving it a 1-star. They don't look identical.
Well, could those pictures come from different spots? Taking different spots from the same island, maybe?
Possible. I just know it just doesn't. I mean, the trees look different.
Huh. So, what's your best guess?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say, if we know that it happened, there was a guy stuck on an island putting up doll parts. We know that much is true. Can you go visit the island? I don't think the real island is on the list. I think it's a lot of... I think people have taken the legend and they've run with it, and they've made multiple islands. So, I don't think, even if we went to Mexico City and we paid all the money, I don't think we would see the real island of the dolls, which makes me wonder if maybe Zach and crew went to one of the other islands instead of the real one.
Yeah.
So that is a question for a whole nother day.
Exactly.
We're going to go ahead and we are going to end it on that one. There is no actual... We're kind of leaving it up to you, the audience, all the information you have, to make up your own mind on the island of the dolls, real, fake, false, whatever. So yeah. I'm going to leave it at that one. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. And as always, James gets the final word.
Yeah, you know it, man. Keep your cryptids close and tight and hug them all night. Till next week.
See you next week, everybody. Bye.